sisters of my heart. My name is Julio. I'm going to play and sing a couple of songs to help me, to help you, to help us to harmonize ourselves, to prepare for the Spiritism talk tonight. So the first song called Vibration, and goes like this. When life lends a hand, it's time to open up your heart. It's time to love one another. It's time to take part. Vibrate always, loving and serving everyone. Vibrate always, loving and serving everyone. When we give our heart in charity, our lives are transforming into songs. Our dreams become reality, and we join Jesus for eternity. Vibrate always, loving and serving everyone. Vibrate always, loving and serving everyone. When we give our heart in charity, our lives are transforming into songs. Our dreams become reality, and we join Jesus for eternity. Now I'm gonna sing a song that really calmed me down. If I close my eyes to pray, I heard the sound of the sea far away. If I close my eyes to pray, Jesus cradles me, in his arms I sway. Body harmonizes, how well done in the hand. Music lifts his spirits in sweet ballet. Nature's love, a constant giveaway. In joy and peace, my heart finds its way. If I close my eyes to pray, Jesus cradles me, in his arms I sway. If I close my eyes to pray, I heard the sound of the sea far away. If I close my eyes to pray, Jesus cradles me, in his arms I sway. Body harmonizes, how well done in the head. this peace and sweet ballet. Nature's love, a constant giveaway. In joy, in peace, my heart finds its way. If I close my eyes to pray, Jesus cradles me, in His arms I sway. If I close my eyes to pray, Jesus cradles me, in His arms I sway.
Say me name wherever you are. Glowing seeds of love, as our Master Jesus taught. You will see that behind every sight there's a flame shining bright, tiny spark created by God. I will follow your path, Father, 'cause nobody's alone in life, and the scars of my destiny will be healed by your love. Disseminate wherever you are. Glowing seeds of love, as our Master Jesus taught. As our Master Jesus taught.
Another day, another flower, another minute past the hour. Someday the sky is blue, and suddenly we can't see through. And every day is a fresh new start, when the sun turns off the moonlight. We get another chance to choose the road we want to cruise, and on the other side of the mountain there's always a whole new road. The new beginning calling after end. There are a million reasons to pick you up after every fall. It's always a win in the new round. On the other side of the mountain, there's always a whole new road, and a new beginning calling after every end. And there are a million reasons to pick you up after every fall. It's always a win in the new round. It's always a win in the new round. It's always a win in the new round. It's always a win in the new round.
Now, song to Mother Zephyrina. Source of love that radiates, warming up our cold nights, support and comfort, support and comfort, cascades flowing down the mountain, calling the children of earth with love in their hearts, with love in their hearts. My soul never loses hope, because your love always teaches me the solution lies in hard work. The solution lies in hard work. Oh, my Mother Zephyrina, harvest of wonderful blessings, make your small son a good Christian, make your small son a good Christian. Source of love that radiates, warming up our cold nights, support and comfort, support and comfort, cascades flowing down the mountain, calling the children of earth with love in their hearts, with love in their hearts. My soul never loses hope, because your love always teaches me the solution lies in hard work. The solution lies in hard work. Oh, my Mother Zephyrina, harvest of wonderful blessings, make your small son a good Christian, make your small son a good Christian.
Hello, everyone. Good evening, and welcome to our Spirit Talk. We thank everyone for joining us tonight. Before we start, as usual, we would like to share a couple of announcements. We ask you to turn off your phone notifications and find a quiet place to stay during this time if it's possible. Our meeting will have a 30 minutes presentation followed by Q&A. Then, after the presentation, we will have a spiritual treatment with passes and magnetized water. So, we invite you to set aside a container with your water to be magnetized. Our meeting is being retransmitted today by Continental Conference Americas through their Facebook and also every Wednesday. Actually, it's going to be every Saturday now at 8 p.m. by Kardec Radio through their Facebook and YouTube. For those who want to learn more about Spiritism, Get to Know to Spiritism is a free and online course that happens every Saturday at 5:15 p.m. Eastern. New class will be starting in the fall. So reach out for more information through our social media and here on our Tuesday talks and stay tuned. We offer virtual live gospel at home. Did you know that? So the gospel at home is an effective support for you and your family's spiritual harmony. We will motivate and guide you in establishing and maintaining the gospel at home study meetings. By posting the chat, you can request it. Please let us know. We would be very happy to help you. And you are welcome to include your or someone else's names on the list of positive vibrations for incarnate or discarnate. The person you indicate will be assisted by good spirits to provide healing energy and strengthen goodwill. Please find the link in our chat. And the topic of today's meeting will be Let the Children Come to Me. Chapter 8, Blessed are the pure of heart, items 1 to 4, from the Gospel according to Spiritism, which will be facilitated by our brother Publio from Toronto. Everyone is welcome to write comments and questions in the chat, and they will be addressed at the end of this talk. Now, we would like to invite our tonight's speaker, who will also do our opening prayer. Welcome, Publio.
Hello, Marcel. Good evening. Good evening,
Evening.
everyone.
And happy Canada Day.
Exactly. Today is very, very special day. It's a Canada's Day.
Yeah.
I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for inviting me. And
Thank you, Johnny.
it's a
I'll see
good
you
day.
later, okay?
See you later, Marcel. Thank you. Brothers and sisters of my heart, I'm very happy and I'd like to share this happiness with you. And I invite everybody to do our initial prayer. So I invite you, if you feel comfortable, close your eyes and thinking about Jesus Christ over us like a sun irradiating peace and love. And in these moments, I say thank you, Lord, for the opportunity to be here this special Canada's Day. We'd like to ask you a permission to start our meeting. Allow the good spirits to be with us, inspiring us today and forever. So be it. Brothers and sisters, welcome to our meeting. And tonight is a very, very special part of the gospel according to Spiritism is the chapter 8. Blessed are the pure of heart. In this chapter, we're going to talk about the children. We're going to talk about the people that have a very good heart and why we compare or why Jesus Christ compare children with pure hearts. So let the children come to me. So that's we're gonna talk. It's a very short time, but we're gonna try to share those moments and share those reflections. In the beginning of the chapter, there's two passages from the New Testament. One is Matthew, blessed are the pure of heart, for they shall see God. This is Matthew writing what Jesus Christ said, is Matthew 5, chapter 5, item 8, verse 8. And also we have Mark, and they is a little bit bigger because now he brings the words that Jesus Christ used in the reference where he was, how was the the place they were brought this suggestion. So they say, then some children were presented to him so that he would touch them. But as his disciples kept away the scolding words, those who were being presented, Jesus was displeased and said to them, let the children come to me, and do not hinder them, for the kingdom of heaven is for those who are like them. Verily, I say to you, anyone who does not receive a kingdom of heaven like a child will not enter it. And embracing them, he blessed them, placing his hands upon them. It's very interesting because, as we know, on that time when Jesus Christ used to go, people goes around, and most of them adults. And this part of the gospel, someone brought kids to be blessed by Jesus Christ. But as we know, the kids make noise, they are loud, and the old one, the disciples said, no, take the kids out, take the kids out. And Jesus Christ saw that action. He said, no, stop them, let them come to me. So that's very interesting. If you see the move chosen, you see the passage very well done, like bring to us the circumstances that like very interesting to see those passages. But we're gonna try to comment and see what Kardec wrote about this. So any remark of Kardec? Yes. Kardec mentioned in these items 1 to 4 little things very, very important. He's saying in many different ways, and he said, purity of heart is inseparable from simplicity and humility, and exclude every thought of selfishness and pride. Very interesting, because if we pay attention in the kids, they are very selfishness, very like they help, they are like to share things. Of course, we see some kids that have a difficulty, but they learn. And so it's very important, and they don't keep the bad moments with them. In 2 minutes, they already change everything, and everything is okay. And that's the reason, that's why Jesus used childhood as a symbol of such purity, just as he used it is a symbol of humility. Because kids are very interesting, especially the little one. Everything they say, everything they do is very, very spontaneous. They do with the heart without any second intention. So it's very interesting, this passage. And we're going to understand why. Why Jesus Christ? Because you can say, okay, Publio, we are talking about spiritism, a doctrine, a religion that teach us the reincarnation. So teach us the spirit is old and they reincarnate in a little kid. How important is the kids? That's what our reflection tonight. Everything is wise in God's works. Children have need of sensitive care, which only mother's tenderness can give them. And this tenderness increases with their frailty and innocence. Can you can you pick this picture? Can you take this picture? A little kid, infant, like just born. He needs all the attention, all the tenderness, all the care to survive those moments. So that's what Kardec is saying here. The tenderness increases with their frailty and innocence. To a mother, her child is always an angel, and it has to be that way in order to capture concern. I'm gonna say something, and you guys have to remember. For the mother, oh, my little kids, and sometimes they talk about the kids, in the end we get to know they are not kids anymore, they are adults. But in the eyes of the mother, especially the little kids, are like angels. So they need that tenderness, they need that love, that to grow up and be a better person. So that's the reason in the chapter 7, the book, the Spiritist book, there's a special chapter about this. Is the return, the return corporal to life. It's a very interesting, many different questions. Why the kids, the childhood is important? What is the usefulness of a spirit having to go through childhood? Like, if we stop thinking and start thinking about this, a little kid start everything again when they reincarnate. They learn how to walk, how to talk, letters, numbers. They learn everything again. So why we already know there are all these spirits? So why Kardec made this question? Why is so important go to the childhood? And the spirits were very consistent, say, a spirit incarnates in order to perfect itself. During childhood is more accessible to impressions it receives, and which may assist in its progress. Persons in charge of its education should contribute toward these goals. So here is the question and the very good answer. Everybody is here to to perfect ourselves, to get better, to have a better version. But Publio, we can do this when we are adult. We choose. We can make. Uh, uh, we can choose different ways to be a better person. Yes, but that's in this time of the incarnate spirit, that he has the most important time to be molded like a agile, to make a very strong relationship with the mother, with the love. Because remember, I was talking about this a couple of times ago about Daniel Goldman talking about emotional intelligence. In the end, he say emotional intelligence can be learned, so we can learn this. So that's the reason that the little spirit, the little kid reincarnate in a little body, the spirit, all the spirit reincarnate in a little body. He have the chance to learn love, to learn how to love, to learn how to forgive. That is the most productive time for the Spirit, because the Spirit in this chapter is very interesting. If you have a chance, go after and read that chapter, because he said that in the first infant, like between 1 to 7 years old, between the Spirit has the most like a very very new HD in the mind. They learn everything. It's time to teach them the love, the forgiveness, the gratitude. So that is the time to put inside a little seed to be a better person. And and we can start thinking, but I'm waiting for the better world. I'm waiting for people to change themselves. But that's the point. The childhood is the only way to make a better world, because we're going to work with the kids. We work with the spirits that in a new body, learning everything new again. But there's more. Emmanuel, the mentor, the spiritual mentor of Chico Xavier, in the book called Comments of the Gospel of Mark, he says, between many things, in the context of the world, immediate renewals. So it's everybody knows. We are waiting for renewals in the world. Everybody wants new things. Everybody's waiting for a new world, a better world. And it's almost unbelievable. However, that the problem still lies in the childhood guidance, aiming toward new horizons. The child is the future. So when we think about those thoughts, those teachings, we have to stop and pay attention. Because if we want a better world, if we want a better humankind, we have to start with the child, the childhood. The child is the future, as you like, as you agree or not. If we want better society, if we want better governance, if we want better salesmen, better teachers, better employees, better employers, we need to start with the childhood. It's so important. So he continued, let us care for the child as one who kindly lies in the future. Let us approach alongside them the spiritual presence of Christ, and we shall renew the meaning of the earthly life, helping to bring forth the joys of brighter. So here he mentioned one thing very, very important. Let's approach alongside them the spiritual presence of Christ. So here he brought Jesus Christ's teachings as a model to humankind. So here he brought Jesus Christ's teaching to, to be a guide for this new generation. That's the reason Jesus Christ compared the kids. The reason Jesus Christ said nobody can go to the new world, nobody can go to heaven if they don't have a good heart. Remember, simplicity and humility. So Emmanuel continues. Perhaps it is for this reason that Jesus more than once let slip the sublime appeal. Let the little children come to me. We do not see here merely a symbol of tenderness. The master was not expressing a passive gesture within the human scene, adorned by infant smiles. He was, in truth, referring to a far deeper task, one that spans time and space. So Jesus Christ is a master. That's what the way he wants to call him, a master. He used this opportunity to bring the humankind 2,000 years ago this message, right? That teachings was not only for that time, it's for the new generation. 2,000 years ago, he's still very close to us. That's what we need to bring the kids to Jesus Christ. So this is one of the most important tasks for the parents. Do not. I'm gonna go to another one because it's he completing. He knew that for centuries the great challenge of humankind would be shaped by educational needs. And most fightingly, Christ proclaimed, "Let them come to me," rather than simply saying, "Come to me." So Jesus Christ was asking, let them come. Like the responsibility to bring them is from the adults, to bring the kids, the child to him, for him to teach the real love. His divine exhortation reaches all those entrusted with the stewardship of spiritual responsibilities in Earth's evolutionary journey, so that they do not hinder the human mind from gaining true access to its sources of sublime truth. Look those words. So our responsibility is to allow and bring alongside the kids them to Jesus Christ to teach them the real love. Now I'm going to bring some important details of Chico Xavier, for instance. In the decade of 1946, he was psychographing many different books. It was the beginning of his, because remember, Chico Xavier produced more than 400 psychographic books. And that time he used to change leather with Ventuil de Freitas, and that time the president of Brazilian Spiritual Federation of Brazil. And he mentioned to him, "Oh, look, I got a message from the spirits, the spirit called Veneranda." Veneranda is in that book called Astral City that we have the movie. So Veneranda was a minister. So he got the message from her saying, "The books of the children of the great king and the hiding path, both authored by Veneranda, a minister of Naslar." And they were preparing, in that time, they were preparing some books that they used there in the spiritual helm in that colony called Astral City, Nosso. And they are using some books and they are adapting those books to bring to us through the psychograph by Chico Xavier. Very, very interesting books. When we start reading, we think it's not only for kids, it's for us. It's full of teachings. So Veneranda, here's some aspects of her. Veneranda was the entity with the greatest number of service hours in the colony and the most senior figure within the government and the ministry as a whole. So just to remember, she in that time that she psychographed Nosso Lar, the Astral City, she got a commemoration with 1 million hours, working hours, without stopping. So she was like, there was kind of a ceremony, a party, but she was saying, no, no, these hours doesn't belong to me. It belong to everybody. We do this job for everybody. And she had been actively working in Oslar for over 200 years. She mentioned that the two works he was psychographing at the time were used by her in the circles of Earth childhood education in Oslar, Astral City, naturally adapted to our earthly environment. So, how important is the childhood even in the spiritual realm? And in this same book, we're going to learn that the people that work with the kids, with the child, they have a special treatment. So the teachers, even in the other side, in the spiritual world, they get double of points when they work with kids. So that's the reason, and this chapter is so important to us. Blessed are the pure of heart. That is why Jesus used childhood as a symbol of such purity, just as he used it as a symbol of humanity. Emmanuel continue in another book, comments in another book called Gospel of Luke, in the lesson called Let Us Live with Simplicity. So look the similarity in the last here, the purity and humility. And Emmanuel mentioned live with simplicity. All future life, however, inevitably depends on the present, just as every coming harvest is born of the seeds we sow today. Childhood, therefore, represent the vibrations of hope for the days to come, despite the fragility by which it is defined. The innocent of thought and the gentleness of manner grants the child the marks of sentimental purity. Oh, we cannot see here, but he continued. So important, the innocence of the get the attention, and there we get opportunity to work. He continued. The recovery of the child's mind for the balance of planetary life is an urgent, inescapable task, one we must carry out if we truly aim to reach the future to genuine in the child tomorrow rises. Perhaps for this very reason, before the anguished multitude, our divine master proclaimed, let the little children come to me. Let us turn let us turn toward Christ, bringing with us the tender hearts of little ones, and sooner than we might expect, the earth shall find the glorious path to everlasting peace. So here we have the reflections coming not from me, Publio. I'm a simple student, but come from the spirits like Allan Kardec that bring to us this message so important. And say, Publio, but what can I do? I'm going to open a school. Let's start with ourselves. Like when Jesus Christ said, let them come to me, means we have to make some adjustment in our life to bring our kids, because I'm not talking about the kids from another people. I'm gonna be responsible for my kids. Let them bring our kids to Jesus Christ. So it's important to bring them to good relationship, to help them to learn how to love, to share, to know Jesus Christ, know these teachings that's so important for me, for you, and so important for the earth. So I'm gonna bring Marcel and say thank you for the opportunity to bring all those things. And you have any question, any doubt, maybe I can help.
Thank you so much, first of all. Thank you so much for your reflections on this topic on this lesson. It was really beautiful. This chapter, especially when you mentioned about the show, this the Chosen, right? It's so beautiful. Like I was saying with my husband that it's the like because before the Chosen, this series, we only had like movies about Jesus, right? And this series, it like shows so many things that we can conform in the Bible, right? In the gospel. So it's really important and interesting. um and yeah, we do have one question. It's my question. So I would like you, if you can explain a little bit to us, like for us, the teachings of Jesus are perfect. We know that. But when it comes to put them into practice, we often find it difficult to do so. So how can I transform myself into having the heart of a child in a world where we are so influenced by material appeals and fleeting pleasures?
Very good question. And for this is like I'm gonna use not my words, but Saint Augustine in the Gospel according to Spiritism.
Mhm.
He had a recipe how to be like everybody knows. Oh, if you don't know about Saint Augustine, it's a very interesting biography to read. He was a regular person, it turned out a religious person, and turned out a saint. But how it is? And he said, well, it's very simple. Do as I used to do when I was incarnated. Every night, every night, I would think, okay, what I did today. I did this. What could I do to make it a little better? So every day he start thinking, what can I do better to be a better person? Remember that answer that the Spirit's book. What's the reason we are here? To have a better version of ourselves, to
Yeah.
improve ourselves. So
Mhm.
Saint Augustine in that book, Gospel According to Spiritism, if you want to download the version, it's free. It's posted in our chat.
The link is in the chat already.
Yes, yes. So it's very important. Like you have to analyze what you do. We have many different influences in the world. You're right, especially now. How can I do? What can I do to improve this? Exactly like that. And the spirits are very clear. Like the nature in the nature, we cannot like give very big distance salts of very big distance is little by little steps. So in yesterday or last year I was a little bit greedy. I'm becoming a little bit better. I wasn't grateful. I start say thank you, Lord, even for the hard part that I have. So these little things help us to put in practice, because you can say, "Poor, but it's too long." Yes, it's already more than 2,000 years that Jesus Christ came and brought all those teachings, and we are still here, not doing half of the part,
It's
right?
true.
So yes, it's very hard, but it's not impossible. So, like I said in the beginning, um, uh, Daniel Goleman came with the emotional intelligence. And he is saying is the same thing as Saint Augustine said many years ago, 1856, 76. He brought the gospel according to Spirit and he gave us the recipe what to do. So yes, we can educate, and that's the reason Jesus Christ said, "Look, Bring the kids to me. Let them come to me. I'm going to teach them the real love. I'm going to teach them the gratitude. So when they grow up, they're going to be better people, better governance, better um, everything.
Teachers and
Teachers,
right, everybody.
policemen, simple people like we, like God and Jesus Christ. He doesn't. He knows that miracle is not going to happen. Transform me, transform Publio. Tomorrow I'd be an angel. It's not going to happen. That's the reason we reincarnate once, and the spirits book say how many times we reincarnate, as many as necessary to be a better person.
It's true.
So we're gonna take long to do this, to evolve ourselves, to go to different incarnations, not one incarnation, many incarnations, to get better, to be a better version. That's the reason we are here, to be better than yesterday. Not better than you, Marcel. I'm better for myself. I have to change the old Publio, the old mind, old spirit in a better person, a better version. I didn't want to talk too much because the people is going to continue next week with the
Mhm.
same subject. And if I talk too much, I don't want to spoil.
Spoiler. But thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, it was
Thank you,
wonderful.
myself, for the opportunity. I hope everybody can start thinking, what can I do? Like you said, what
Mm.
can I do to start to bring Jesus Christ to the world? So that song from Michael Jackson is very interesting. Now, where I'm going to start, I'm going to start with myself. If I want a better person, a better world, I'm going to start with myself. I cannot ask you, oh, Marcelo, you have to change because we need a better world. No, Publio, we have to start in
We have to.
ourselves.
Yeah. We need to be the change that we want to see in the world, right?
Exactly. So that's the reason I always say thank you for the opportunity, because every time I start, I prepare, I said, oh, I have to, I need some changes in myself. I'd like to say thank you. Happy Canada's Day to every person in the world that is going to listen today, tonight, on any time in the demanding. Thank you, Marcel. Have a wonderful night.
You too. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so now, oh, thank you for the participation in the chat. And now we will move to the preparation for tonight's spiritual treatment, the spiritual care. So, pass is the transfusion of spiritual energy with the goal of assisting with our physical, emotional, and mental balance. Passes help us to restore a state of harmony and peace by replacing negative energy with health and positive energy. In order to receive the best benefits from passes, please follow the audio instructions or remain in prayer. You may close your eyes to help with mentalization. During the pass, the body you set aside will also absorb the spiritual energy that you and your family can benefit from. We will now make a prayer in preparation for the pass, which will be our closing prayer as well. So I invite everyone to close your eyes if you wish, and to help with mentalization and elevate our thoughts and think in God. And let's thank you for the opportunity to be here one more Tuesday. Thank God for everything you have done in our lives. Thank you for your mercy. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your inspiration. Thank you for your teachings, Jesus. May we can learn from the talk tonight, and may we can put into practice in our lives your teachings. May we become a better person every single day. May we can do all the effort we can to have a child heart in order to learn the real love, as our brother Publius said. We thank you for this week that's starting. We ask you to bless us, bless our family, our friends, the people who are in suffering now, the suicidal spirits, the country that are in war. May your love can reach every single spot in this planet because we need your love, your Jesus. We need your love. We need peace. We need to live with fraternity between and among all the nations. May you can bless our goals, our necessities, and may we can always reinforce our faith in knowing that you know everything and everything happens for a reason. May we can understand your will and knowing that you are in charge of everything. So everything is going to be great in our lives. Once again, Master Jesus, we thank you and we ask you and the good spirits to bless every one of us. And please stay with us today and forever. So be it.
Let's get ready for the pass and water fluidification. Please get a container with clean water to be fluidified. Brothers and sisters, it does not matter where you are, what type of hardships you are going through. Jesus is always ready to come and help us. Place yourself in a comfortable position which can make it easy for you to reach concentration and receptiveness. Breathe slowly and easily. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Fill up your lungs with air and let it out very slowly. Let tranquility and peace energies penetrate your lungs and move throughout your body. Your soul in harmony with your body feels easy and in peace. Let's imagine Jesus' passage. A clear day, the sun's golden rays illuminate the happy passage in Capernaum. A lot of white houses, multicolored vines, and hopping birds fill the landscape with optimism. The news about cures attracted the crowd in need. Suddenly, Jesus appears slim and handsome. His tunic was hanging down to his feet. At sunset, all those with sick people hit by several illnesses would bring them, and as he placed his hands over each one, he would heal them. This is what Luke the evangelist says. Let's imagine Jesus approaching you. He holds his friendly hands over our head. Notice that from his generous hands, a waterfall with clear and pure water originated from his love come to bathe you. It flows on your head, goes down your shoulders, bathe all your being, and brings you peace, serenity, and balance. They remove all impurities and pacify you. Feel the water bathing you, cleaning. Breathe. Now, imagine Jesus as a sun before you. His light, his warmth surrounds you. Feel the healing energy that comes from Jesus towards you. He hears your prayers. trust Him. His love is endless and it follows you and protects you. It provides you with everything you need. Have faith. Absorb the healing energy from Jesus. His light surrounds you. Feel the energy going through all your body. Feel stronger and in peace. Lord Jesus, our divine friend, reach out your generous hands, Lord, and change this water into medicine for our physical and spiritual illnesses. Protect us, Jesus, with your peace. Spread those vibrations of love throughout my home, Lord. May peace, health, and tranquility reign here. We are very grateful to you, Jesus. Stay with us today and forever. Thank God. Please remember to use the fluidified water.
Thank you for joining us tonight. We will be back next Tuesday here on Spiritism Canada and Continental Concafes Americas at 8:30 p.m. East. And next Saturday, actually this Saturday, on Kardec Radio at 8 p.m. And don't forget to follow us, the Spiritism Canada, on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, and the Spiritist group Path of the Light on Facebook as well. And have a good night. See you next week.
Someone told me long ago that life is just a long road. Sorry, mate, but life to me is way much more. No matter what it seems to be, it's always time to make a change. Sometimes all we need is only one more chance. So try. Build that bridge over troubled waters, fly. If that's all that you have left to do, I want more happy sunny days. I want more happy smiles on your face, love sparkling the eyes. Tears no more sorrows, no more bad days, no more cries, no more dark home. No more fear, no more fight. Someone told me long ago that life is just a long road. Sorry, babe, but life to me is way much more. No matter what it seems to be, it's always time to make a change. Sometimes all we need is only one more chance. So try, build a bridge over troubled water, fly. If that's all that you have left to do, I want more happy sunny days. I want more happy smiles on your face, love sparkling the eyes. Tears no more sorrow, no more bad days, no more cries, no more dark home place, no more fear, no more fight. I want more happy sunny days. I want more happy smiles on your face, love sparkling the eyes. Tears no more sorrow, no more bad days, no more cries, no more dark home place, no more fear, no more fight. the sum of the